Welcome to Gummies for Grown-Ups with Martin Andelman, where we explore the world of THC gummies with insight, purpose, and a hint of humor. Dive into the science, legality, and benefits of gummies. Let's get enlightened.
Hi, this is Martin Andelman, and welcome to Gummies for Grown-Ups, a podcast about THC gummies and other things cannabis-related. We're here today. I know on the first episode, obviously, I caused some people to get a little mad. I said that, cannabis has gotten too strong, and a lot of people, were sort of offended by that. I'm not really sure why. A lot of people responded by saying, hey, it's not too strong for me, and I want it stronger or whatever. That wasn't really the point. I mean, if you're currently a cannabis user and it's fine for you, that's fine. But it doesn't change the point that it's gotten kind of strong, and it's very hard for people that don't have any resistance to try it or to use it, and that's too bad. So anyway, I know I said in the last episode that, I'd start having guests on this week, and I promise I will, okay? But the reality here is that something has come up that I have to tell you about because it's shocking and awful, okay? There's been a lot published lately. I've been reading all of it, I think, about Delta 8 and Delta 9 labeling and the COAs, the certificate of analysis that come from labs. It's a lot of it's bullshit, and that's really troubling. You have to be careful. I know that, learning about cannabinoids sounds like a science class.
Science. So much science.
And maybe a lot of people don't want to do it, but I think now you really need to know what's inside before you take it. And I'm going to tell you why. This is the result of a study where the people that did it, they bought 51 different Delta 8 products, and they sent them to, they even named the lab here, FISA Lab in Santa Ana, California. And here's what came back. You ready for this? First of all, illegal levels of Delta 9 THC. All over the place. In fact, 76% of the labels were wrong when they compared them with the certificate of analysis. The products had a lot more THC, Delta 9 THC, than would be allowed. Those products are illegal. They're not legal. The one product contained 7,700% higher than the legal limit of 0.3 Delta 9. 7,700%. Now, I guess we could say it was maybe an error, an oversight, or those people are shitheads. I don't know where you fall on that. I know where I am. The other thing is that some of these things are just completely faked. We saw one chocolate bar. It said 3,500 milligrams of D9. And when I checked the lab report, there was no D9 in it at all. About 125 milligrams of D8, but no D9 at all. None. It's a lie. The whole front of the package is a lie. Now, obviously, look, we need more regulation here. I mean, people said, oh, Martin, you're advocating, for regulation. Yeah, I am. I mean, you can't just have packaging and labels and lab reports that are being faked. That's an awful thing. How about this? 84% of companies have some type of lab report for their product. They all should, but 84% do. But 67% of those are not tested for impurities. So you don't really know what's inside. It's just not an adequate lab report. 77% of products had less Delta 8 THC than advertised on the package. Age verification, almost unheard of. Only 14%, 6 out of 44, required age verification for online purchases. That's unbelievable. Does anyone think that asking somebody on a website if they're over 21 constitutes age verification? Is that how that works in a bar? You walk in, the bartender goes, how old are you? You go, I'm over 21. And he goes, fine, I'll pour you a drink. It's ridiculous. Nobody should be doing it. This is disturbing. You can find it online. Half the companies don't even put any warnings on labels. Some of them are making claims that are just ridiculous. I mean, this is unbelievable. You can find it online. You can just search for Delta 8 labeling discrepancies. You'll find these articles and studies everywhere. I wanted to tell people to warn them. Okay. Now, I know I'm the CEO of Deltrium, and I know that, Deltrium doesn't do those things. I mean, we do have an age verification on our site. We do double lab test every product. Double lab test. You know what that means? It means we send out the finished product to one lab. We get the report. We then send it to another lab that's totally unrelated in a different part of the country and doesn't know about the first one, and we get that lab report. If they don't match, we wouldn't offer it. I mean, how can you possibly expect somebody to eat a gummy and they have no idea what's inside? That's got to stop. And you have to be careful. You can't just go out there. You don't know what you're getting. So make sure the products you're using, the products you're looking at, all have lab reports. It's called a COA, Certificate of Analysis. Make sure you look at it. Don't trust the label alone. And then think about things like some initials you should remember. If it says THCO or THCP, I wouldn't use it. I would skip it. Unless you're a super experienced user and know what you're doing, those cannabinoids are too strong. They can be unpleasant, and they really have no business going into gummies for regular people. So I had to tell you, I mean, I don't want to name the companies because I think that it just feels bad, but, I guess they put them in the report, so they're all named, and you can see companies that have not followed the rules they should have followed, and as of now are getting away with it. So look, THC, Delta 8 THC, some Delta 9, some of the different cannabinoids blended can be wonderful. They can really add to your life, but not if you're not taking what you think you're taking. So let's be careful out there. And I'll be back soon with the next edition where I'll try to have a guest. How's that? All right? Be careful out there.
Thanks for tuning in to Gummies for Grownups with your host, Martin Andelman, as we unwrap the world of THC gummies together. For the finest THC gummies for grownups, head over to Deltrium.com. Discover products designed with your needs in mind. Whether it's sleep, relief, or a boost of energy, Deltrium has you covered. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, when it comes to THC gummies, choose Deltrium. Only Deltrium.